Good morning, folks. Welcome back. For some reason, it's telling me that live chat is not available right now, which I don't really understand. Hopefully it will come up, or it's actually working and I just can't see it. But currently for me, it says live chat is not available, which sucks. Anyway, I think today we're going to work on a floating village settlement thing, I don't know, station in the ocean. Sort of a place for pirates and smugglers to gather. And it's a fairly stereotypical idea, but it's one that you get and have to deal with sometimes. So sometimes that happens. So we're going to try and put a spin on it that makes it at least a little interesting, and let's see where we get to. This was our ship from yesterday, and certainly one of the types of vehicles that we could expect to see at our space. I'm going to start, I believe, with some water. So let's actually just take our cube and create a physics mod, ocean. We're going to repeat it 8 times with a resolution of 12, I think. So not as high maybe as yesterday, but still pretty high. Great. And for some reason, it always wants to put it in the corner going out like that. I wish it put it in the center, but that's fine. Come back. Let's take right now our waves are pretty low. Maybe let's scale it up maybe not that much. Like just a bit. Yeah. And we can rotate our alignment, but I think that that's fine. We'll start there. And I'm thinking I want to build this off of maybe the hull of like 4 to 6 ships sort of lashed together. So let's maybe pull up our ship hull builder. Where are we? Blended boat geometry, yeah. I'm going to try to refresh our chat again, see if I can bring it back. Still says live chat is unavailable. I am unpleased. Well, whatever. Again, I hope you guys can see this. Okay, so here's a boat. Let's grab it. And come back over here. And the scene collection, actually first off too, let's move this new collection to water. Great. Now in scene collection, paste. There's our boat. And we're going to make it a bit bigger. Kind of resolutions down, I think, I'm going to try just 16, honestly. Just to make it, easier on us to deal with, because we're going to have a lot of geometry in the scene. Height, I'm going to say 6 meters. Woo, it's a deep boat. Bottom length of 20 meters. Top length of 22 meters. Width of 6 meters. That feels ship-like. Keep it pretty flat like that. Not even hating it. Maybe we'll go up just a little bit. Let's try 24. Okay. I think we like having our timber and our floor on it. But we're going to make it a bit bigger. Size of 0.25. So we got big beams going down that. On the outside, sure. Capping. Yeah, we want it capped. And we're going to go with 0.25 again on it as well. Keel. We want one. I think we'll have one. Sure. Offset. I think we'll cut that down to like 1. Yeah, that looks better. And that is sort of a basic ship shape. We could change the shape now. Let's do that. I think that front's a little bit too narrow. Let's make it less pointy. Oh, no, the front's pointy. It's the back. It's pointy. Let's make the back square, actually. That feels more boat-like, more ship-like to me. And we can change its width. 1. And front pointiness. None. Let's bring it. Yeah, that looks good. Something like that. I don't think we're going to mess with the offset on the heights on these too much. Maybe we'll bring the back up just a bit. Okay. Let's keep that as a starting point for our Vescal. And I'm just going to duplicate it, actually, so I can turn off the original and apply this one. Okay, so that's our first boat. And where's our water? There's our water. So that's the scale we're looking at for that. That's not bad. Okay. Let's edit our boat some more. Or ship, or whatever we call it. Well, maybe barge at this point. It's kind of what I want to do. To this one. Let's see. Let's put a person here so we can check our scale. Come on. Human gen. There's our guy. That's one. Just the guy, thanks. Just Clyde. I want Clyde to be about that high up from the ground. Cool. So we can edit this, tab, and know that we want to make this one be our edge loop. Yep. And there. Shift hide. Now, do those count as 2 or are they 1? Let's see. Control E, bridge edge loops. Yep, they're 1 or 2. Perfect. We have a deck now for our ship. And we don't want to go too nuts yet because we want to sort of allow this to grow organically. So we're not going to generate it into like a huge, massive thing yet. Kind of like thinking that's okay. I'm going to take this keel, I think, here. Just want to make it a bit bigger to here. And GX. Yeah. E. Cool. I don't know why, I just kind of think it looks cooler. Okay. So that would be a first vessel. Now we could have multiple vessels kind of like it if we wanted to. Let's just move it over to kind of the center here. Or move the water. Let's move the water. Yeah. Okay. And take our boat down a bit to like there. It's still pretty tiny for making a vessel, making a village out of. But that's all right. We'll see if we can get this going. I'll try the chat again. There we go. Chat is up. Woohoo! Cool. Good deal. So we got that boat. Let's go back to the other one. Turn off this first one. So this is our editable one. Now let's make it maybe like a second one that's a little bit wider. Maybe like 9. So it's really kind of, yeah. And maybe we make the front square on this one as well with no pointiness. So it's like a barge almost. Give it a little pointiness. Like that. That's fun. We can do something with that. And Yeah, I like that size. So let's, again, duplicate it. Turn off the original. And apply all. And again, come back over. And this is our first boat, right? Yeah. Boat 1. M, new collection, structures. Okay. Anyway, come to this guy. So you can see him again. Cool. And let's edit this thing. And 2. Again, we'll take that. And that. Control E, bridge edge loops. There's our deck. Okay. And I was thinking, what was I thinking? Well, it doesn't matter which side's the front. Let's see. But I think this side is. Let's take this. To here. Turn on proportional editing. And GY. Oh, sorry, GX. Now we get a hole. Interesting. That's not bad. I could do that. I think that's kind of fun. Let's a little bit more even. So it gives us some kind of a weird thing like that, but that's cool. Then we just take this and this, fill that up. It's a little off on our deck, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we're fine. And that's our second boat 2. Did I call them boat? Someone's, you know, despairing of me and nautical terms. GZ, oh, just this one. So it's roughly the same height, but not exactly. Cool. And G, and rotate like that. I'm going to try something like that. And I think I'm going to make at least one more before we start making variations inside. So let's go back to this one. And we're going to make it bottom length of 22. So it's literally square now. Although we could go more. Top length. It's a bigger boat. Okay. Front. Round again, but no pointiness at all. Cool. But we'll give it a bit more height. Bring it up like that. Yeah. All right. Cool. And maybe even a little bit wider. 10. So scow. Shift D. Turn off our first one. Apply all. Boat 3. And again, give it a deck. There. There. Oh, come on. Interesting. So what's going on? There we go. Control E, bridge edge loops. Strange. Okay. Shift hide. I want to see what's going on. 1. Great. Oh, they're not even. Well. Oh, I see. They both are there. There we go. Let's see if this will do now. Okay, yeah, and we'll have to fix that for top one. There we go. Okay, yes, and this very front one we just need to reassign. I don't know why it's being weird. Fill. Good enough. And GZ down. So it's like that. 7R. And in like that. So what if we made like a ring? Morning, Shayla. Good to see you. We made like a ring of these sort of ships around, let's see, a center point here. So, floating in the water. Not flying island, floating island. Literally floating. And floating on boats. So it's a man-made floating island. There we go. It's not exactly lined up, is it? Well, it's fine, though. Actually, not Alt-D, Shift-D. And Shift-D. Something like this, maybe. I don't know. That could be all right as a starting point. I'm going to have to work out how we're going to attach it. Let's save it. Whee! I don't know. New 250621 live stream floating. I don't know. Village, town, pirate base. Sure, sounds cooler. That's basically what we're looking at, Callum. That's what I'm thinking of. We're just doing the center ring now. There it is. So that's what? 8. I could throw one more in there. Like that. Whoa, that was weird. How'd that happen? 7. That must not have been vertical. There we go. Like, what? Okay. Wow, what? Save. I want to try lashing them together 2 at a time. Let's see. Now, if we, or even just top down, yeah. Problem is I'll have to go across the whole thing, won't I? Maybe. Let's see. If I do it this way. Insulate. It's going to draw a band around the whole thing like that. That's actually not bad, though, because we might be able to use it. Q. There we go. Do something like that. I don't know. I'm just playing, so I don't necessarily have the answers I want them to be yet. But like the giant, they do need to be lashed together some way, and we could do it with just platforms. But that feels cool too. I don't know. Except they're going to be rubber bandy at that point. We have to be able to make them closer together. Let's not do that, but maybe we'll do it kind of... That's the best way. We'll leave these ones free floating like this. and try something. Let's see. 7. Shift A, mesh, circle. Scale it up to there. Okay. Oh, masks aren't nearly big enough for walkways. We're just going to throw walkways on there. It will be covered in walkways. That is the film way. Basically, visual noise helps hide the fact that things don't make sense, so you add visual noise to things. Tab, inset. Like there. X faces. And cool. We put all, this is going to be, all those are in boats, right? No, these all need to be in structure. M structure. Okay. Now, we're going to go grab from yesterday's just because I know I have it there. And we'll grab our walkway thing we made just because it has a geo node on it. Copy the object, bring it over here. In collection, paste. Okay. We got that because I didn't. Okay. Fortunately, it wasn't too big, but terrain collection is going to be structure. Yes. Then this to this, link, copy modifiers, and then delete this one. That gives us, you can see, a ring, and it only puts down platforms where that thing exists, which is kind of cool, kind of handy. Because I don't want to. I mean, because honestly, I mean, that's a flip answer, but it's kind of true. But because there are so many out there for beginners already, but there are very few for people beyond beginners to try to think about actual design and doing something cool. Like there are a bazillion variants of the donut tutorial out there already. Let's take it like that. Yeah, there we go. And I don't have a lot of interest in redoing one. It's not that much fun. Because when you do this every day for 3 years, which I'm getting close to now, you want to make it fun. Let's go both. Maybe 3. Yeah. Sure. All these can come down a little bit. But we kind of want it to be a little bit rough. That's one of the reasons I'm not lining it up perfectly. We want it to feel a little haphazard. Okay. Let's take these 2 down. Sure. There's no reason for it to be up higher, except it looks cool. So let's grab that one too. Cool. That seems good. I'm liking that. Now, I want to put something in the center, I think, but I haven't decided exactly what yet. So we're going to kind of leave that area alone for right now. That's a good starting point. Let's take this boat now and make things a little less even, because that's just going to make our life better. Yeah, individual. Shift-D, RZ. Rotate it around like that to here. Cool. All right, we'll line it up close, but we're not going to try to do it absolutely perfect because we want there to be human error in this thing. Nice. Okay. And I'll take it even down a little bit. There we go. So it's just not lined up perfectly. And now we'll do that insulation trick. Insulate. Draw across here. And here. And another. And here. And here. And another. Kind of go to an angle in this one just for funsies. That boat is literally now strapped to the other boat, which is kind of fun, I think. Let's save. And we'll do one more even. There. And there. Cool. We could band it up and be nuts, but I think that's enough. So now that's starting to give us an outward expansion from just this circle. Because villages and towns and whatever are cooler when they're not just straight. So let's do that. And then maybe take this one. Rotate it around like that. Sure. And bring it down here. And yeah, we can get to line it up a bit better. Like that. Or maybe let's rotate it around because we can kind of get the hulls to sort of look like they line up a little bit. Yeah. There to there. Cool. And we'll take these two and do our insulation trick. One there. And one there. Can't really get another one going the other direction, can we? We'll have to do something else with that. Maybe we'll do one more. I go back here, so it's just a little further away. It's ridiculous, but this whole thing is ridiculous. We're just trying to make something that looks neat. Cool. And it's been strapped to that. And done. Oh, come on. Didn't save it. I hate that. It's an annoying thing about what you call it? Cable Raider. If you don't finalize it, it's like, yeah, I did it, but you didn't. So fine. There. Now it's finalized. Save. Okay, that's cool. I'm liking that. Now, let's come back to this thing. Tab. And let's just start making some more connections. And we're going to do that just by going here, Shift A, plane, and GZ, up, cool, even a little more. Let's turn off proportional. And 2. EY2. Definitely a new definition of a naval town. Oh, the giant tree, not in the middle of the ocean. I think I might put a giant pillar. I was kind of thinking a giant weird religious pillar in the middle, but I haven't 100% decided yet. Let's see. No. Just take the whole thing. Go up a little bit. Because I want to, I think, yeah, there we go. And these materials on these things are going to need to be set. So we just need to get a base one so it knows what it is. And then a new one, ID bridge. And then this is going to be a bridge. Just because, again, they look cooler. So we got a even platform there, but this allows for wiggle for the boat to move, which makes more sense. Like in here, they're going to be tighter together theoretically, but further out, we might have some more bridges and stuff. That looks good though. I'm liking that tab. Then we can come back to here, and I can just add another edge loop. We don't really need to have this be even. And then here, fill, and we'll give it a couple. We've connected our platform like that. Nice. Most paintings made like this are actually make no sense whatsoever. They're just designed to be visually confusing enough you don't notice that they don't make any sense. We are going to try to make things make a little bit of sense, at least initially. So let's see. I'm going to grab this, all of our ties basically. And they are way too high poly because I just know how this thing works. Let's see. Let's join them together. Take a look. Yeah, like they are crazy weird. Yeah. Let's remesh them. Quad remesh them to I don't know, 1,000. Let's see how that looks. Remesh it. It's better. Still quite a few, but 1,000 I think we can live with. And let's get rid of the original one, which is here. What is this circle? Got an animation on it? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Okay, well, it's not going to be there. Cleared. Bye. Okay. Because we could take this now. Kind of what I'm thinking we'll do is grab this to here, this to here. Shift D, GZ up. And good. This is a pretty stable, this is going to be a pretty permanent location, so they're not going to really separate much. Join this, or P, separate by section. And let's just see. Oh, come on. Yeah, just this tab. Yep. Face. Oh, was it edge? Unsubdivide. Can I go 3? It's going to let me do it. Nah, it's not going to let me do it. All right, undo. Never mind. I could just get rid of it. It's probably faster than fucking with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not that one. 8. 9. Not that one. 9. X. Faces. Edges. Great. Join to this thing. Bridge going over that connection, which I kind of like. Now we could make it an actual bridge, and I think maybe we will. So we'll take this one. Gotta get rid of that. And then 3. Actually, we don't need the center line either. It's gonna mess with us. So let's get rid of that. This is gonna be a bridge. Yeah. Cool. Across to there, across to here. This one, I'm not liking this yet, so let's make this a bridge. Just gonna get rid of these two as well. X faces 2. Fill, bridge, assign. Yeah, that's cool. The bigger one, make that a bridge. Some of these smaller ones I don't mind not being bridges, but let's do a couple. Just gonna Actually, this one. Come here. Let's do E to there. And this one, E to there. And now, fill. Make it a bridge. Yeah. There we go. I like that better. This one here, yeah, we'll do the same. I have a feeling we might get bridges across. Ah, but I only have but one pair of hands. You got to give me a minute. Just a moment, lass. We'll get some buildings in just a sec. I just want to get the base structure up first, was what I was thinking. For the connectivity. And sure. Let's just make that a bridge. So it's going to go off the edge, but yeah, that's kind of neat. Actually. To GG over to here and GG over to here. Better. Yes. That one we're just going to leave a platform. That one we're just going to leave a platform. That one's right on the edge. Let's edit it. Let's bevel it. Make it a bridge. Cool. Let's do the same thing here. Make it a bridge. I'm not. I apologize. But there we go. Let's see. There, yeah, that's good. Okay. So we got some bridges going on. We've connected all of our boats now, theoretically, except these two, connect via platform. Let's connect these ones too. And, you know, I'm just going to Shift A, mesh, cube, not cube, plane. Come on, Seth. GZ up just a bit. And cool. 2 EY2. Shift R, Shift R, Shift R, Shift R, Shift R. Takes it up to there. Cool. And here, EY -2. And we'll do it twice. Cool. And then E. I'm just going to take this one off and just myself. There we go. Tab. And then join it to our platform group or object. Yep. Okay, so now there's theoretically a walkway across every single of the existing ships. Yeah. Alrighty. So now, like, these are mostly like, as of right now, calling them ships is a bit of an extreme. They're more like barges than anything else. And I think they're all up a little too high. I'm just going to bring the water up a little bit. So that our keels are underneath all of them. Yeah. And again, realism, who cares? Okay. Yeah, that one's even going into the water. We can just raise this one up just a bit. There we go. The great thing about this platform generator is because it's dynamic, we can move all the things underneath and the platform will just refigure itself out, which is cool. So we could like do that if we wanted to. But I don't think we do. But it is neat. And one of the reasons why I really like these geometry node tools. That's looking fun. Okay. So let's start with, we're kind of over here is maybe more of our focal area because it's more interesting. So at least to start with, let's come here. And that needs to come up a bit too because our boat's underwater. I can't because that one has the wraps on it. We're just going to add the water. Which we applied, right? No. Okay, we're going to apply the water. Now we can sculpt it. Like we applied the water, right? No. All right. Now we did. Cool. but let's come to this boat here. And tab. Let's grab this face, and this face. Yeah. And Shift D, P section. Come off to our own. Grab that. Tab A. Let's scale it in slightly. Yeah, to there. Even a little more. There we go. Control A, rotation scale. E, 2.5. Cool. Now let's go do that again. 2 levels up. Cool. And then we're going to add edge loops here to about there. Good deal. Yeah. Let's grab from our boat from yesterday our structure, or we got a small, that one's fine. Doesn't matter. Copy the objects. And come back over here to our collection. Yeah. I'm actually going to delete this hierarchy because we don't need that there. Left over from the other one. And paste. It should bring in that. Yes. So now this to this. Link. Copy the modifiers. Delete this one. Weird. Okay. So let's see what we got. That's strange. Tab. Original geometry off. So first thing we're going to make sure we do, I think I know what it is. SE0. Flat. Cool. It's the same on the bottom. Yeah. Now let's see, is that better? It's still not. Okay. Well, we can fix it. Again, not a big deal. The problem is because it was built off of a warped shape. X faces. A, E 2.5. Minus 2.5. Which I mean, which I think, oh, come on. Yeah. 2.5. And then Shift R2. Let's just make sure our normals are right on it now. They're not. Fix them. There we go. Now we got a structure. Of course we are. Yeah, it's a decent building. If you have something you like, you keep using it. Let's turn on that. Okay, I want to combine. I want to go here. So 2, Shift D, P, section. Take this and join it to that, and then edit this. Fill. Walkway to our door. Okay. And here, I don't need any of these. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I can't do an edit mode. Right. Delete that. Delete. Well, just going to make this ID door. And then tab, assign, and take a look. We don't have a door. Where's my door? Come on. All right. Got to be a bit wider. Usually that's the case. Let's see if that'll do it. Maybe a bit taller. No, you're not giving me a door. Make sure I definitely assigned this to door, right? Assigned, yes, it did. Oh, we had a door 1. It's duplicated. Let's see. I bet you that's it. Yep. That was the problem. So somehow it's duplicated itself. Well, that's a pain. I just got to use the 1 on it now. Okay. Fine. I'm going to assign all of that to the default. Okay. Nice. All right. And now we can just kind of keep playing with this thing a bit. If we want to. I'm just going to solo it. Tab, take a look at it. 3, G, coplanar. Okay, I just want to bring it up just a little bit. There we go. Not sticking through anymore. Good with that one there. Let's come to here. And we got enough trouble. It's just what I run this time. Shift A, cube. It's going to be 2.5. I think, yeah. And 7. We'll rotate it. Actually, let's try doing it this way. Oh, not in edit mode. A, P, section. Its own object. Good. This object to here, Control C, copy rotation. Nope. That's not its own object. What do we do? Do I duplicate it? Where are we? Nope, that's the object. Okay. Original's on, yes, tab. L, P, section. Now you're your own object, you stupid booger. Copy rotation. Cool. Cool. And up to about there. I think we're going to keep most of the doors on the second level anyway, so that'll be easier on us. Tab 3. Alt E along normals. 2.5. Cool. And then E 2.5. 2 there. Yeah. Then here to there. Nice. Like that. That'll work for us. And then I think we'll do it here to there. Now, that gives us all that looking pretty good. Okay, so we want to edit again. I'm going to make this a door. I'm going to make this a door. And this a door. Door 1, assign. Cool. Now, back to Shift D, P, section, tab. Grab that, join to this, edit, fill. Great. Walkway to our door. Okay. Then here. Oh, okay. Let's go to 50p section. Cool. Here. We'll use, let's see which one we want to use. We'll use this one. 50p section. Come back out. Okay, we want to grab this and this. Not that. This. Not that. Come on. Just yeah, that and that. And join. Fill. Cool. And 2. Good deal. And then that to here and join it. And let's look at the sucker again. We'll make this a door. How are we doing? Should be all right. Yeah. Okay. We need to hurry it up, though. I like both of those. Now, on this boat here, let's Shift A, mesh, cube, 2.5 is good, yep. And I'm not even going to stress about it being exact even. There we go. Look at me not stressing. Okay. Okay. Sure, you're going to go there. Tab. No, I don't want to go that far. To like there. Cool. That'll work. They don't all have to be square sections. Yeah, I do too. Let's take these. Come on. There we go. E 2.5. Cool. And let's even do like a tower. 3 stories. Okay. Then this one shouldn't have its own materials yet. New plus assign door ID 1. And here, door ID 1. And then link copy modifiers. Cool. Might even cheat on these just for speed. I think we're going to come over here and on the windows, we'll turn them on. So we have random windows on. And the same on this too. Because we're more trying to go for a feeling necessarily on these. Random windows on. Nice. That is better. Then, okay. This thing, tab 7. I'm not even going to stress too much, I think, this time. Because again, it's about a feeling, not about Cool. We've ramped to that. I like shit to connect. I'm just weird like that. I don't know why, but I really do. I'm that kid that when I was young would watch cartoons and be like, but those things don't line up. And then everyone would be like, shut the fuck up, Seth. Then I literally had that happen to me at Titmouse when I was working. I was like, these don't line up. And they're like, we don't care. I go, okay. Great. That does line up now. Mm-hmm. And I want to build like a bigger kind of platform over here because we can hide stuff underneath it too. Tab. So 7. Let's just grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift D. Bring that over to here. And let's go to normal, right? No. Local? No. None of these are going to work for us. Maybe. Well, yeah, that does. Cool. Normal does work. Yay. It's like it should. No, it's not. Whatever. E. Mm-hmm. Looks like we're not lined up with our boat. Interesting. Oh, because we came from the, of course, from that notch tie across is what we built this on initially. There you go. That's cool. Kind of like that they don't line up. That's kind of fun. This fill, and we'll make it a bridge. Why not? Nice. We got a big platform here. We can make these. But make them part of ship, then it'll build onto them like they're actual physical things, which is pluses and minus. So I move it to structure, like that does that. And I think we're going to do that, even though it's a little bit weird that it cuts through. It's not going to matter much, but we'll, at least for right now, we will. Okay. And then here, let's go another one. No, not the water. This tab, yeah, cool. 2, fill, 3. We'll make that a bridge as well. Cool. Nice. Okay. Coming along. Hey, Michael. Happy Venus Day to you as well. And over here, let's do the same thing. E, 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 E. Nice. Funky, weird platforms. And we can just come here. Shift D, GZ 2.5. Double layer platforms. Cool. 2, EZ minus 2.5. Oh, come on. Oh, we're on normal. Global minus 2.5. And then we just got to take it out slightly so it makes a ladder. Ladder. Cool. Yeah, this was sort of my problem with doing this idea, was just that it's kind of repetitive a lot. There's just sort of a lot of the sameness to it, which is not awful, but you know, I want to build something along here. Let's take this. Yeah. If I grab this face here to this face here, Shift D, P section. Grab it. Now, 2, 7, E. Get a balcony there. GZ up slightly, yes. And then these. Don't hide the collection. Tab. Those are going to be, I think, balcony 1 then, right? No, it's balcony. Okay, that's a balcony. And then tab, and join it to this. Yeah. Off the side like that. Oh, you wacky Latin people. Am I right? You know I'm right. Okay. 2. And join that together. And then let's just do it here. Do it inside. Fill. Join that together. Yeah, so we got a little walkway going across like that. I wouldn't want to walk on that personally, but you know, hey. To make it good, let's take an edge loop there, and 2, and here, and fill. And let's just actually subdivide. Just that 1. Yeah, and 1, and 7, and G. And if I did it right, that shouldn't go weird. Yeah, it's all right. You don't say. Says the guy with, you know, a background in medieval calligraphy. Let's just edit this again. Do the same kind of thing. 3. Shift D, P section. Again. Join to that. Yes. And tab and 2. Great. Love it. These platforms start to hide a lot of evils after a while. We may not get this thing finished today. This is going to be pretty intense to try and do a whole village like this in an hour and a half, but we'll see. We really haven't even touched the other boats, and we are like at over an hour now. And I'm not happy with these 2 boats yet, but you know, but they're getting there. Let's do this roof too. And I think we're going to have to actually make that one here and this one a balcony. Let's see. Yeah, that keeps it from blocking our door. Oh, we've done part A and part B before. We did that with the big Sci-Fi City, where I made it over the whole week. But we'll see. I haven't decided. That's coming along there, though. And then what we could do, just because it'll be cool, Shift-D, GZ 2.5, double layer up, good deal. And then come to this one, tab, Shift-D, P section, tab, join it to that, tab 2 to here. Yeah, I know they go up, but that's fine. And make it a bridge. It's gonna be a long one. I don't know why we're going high like that, but why not? We do the same to here, maybe. That'd be cool too. Because it's higher up. Yes. Original geometry. 3. Shift-D, P section. Join it. There we go. 2. Fill. Fill. Good. A. Just gonna make sure I didn't duplicate anything. No, good. Didn't. And let's make that a bridge as well. Maybe we'll make this platform a little bigger. And let's see if I like that more. Yeah, that feels better. Yes, that's starting to give us that kind of height that we're going to want just for visual interest in this whole thing. Turn this guy back on. Actually, on this thing, tab, solo it. Come on, just solo it. Yeah, here we go. 3. I'm going to bring these up a little bit. So it goes over this house. Yeah, because those poles are nice. Sticking up like that. Door's kind of blocked, but it's fine. I'm all right with it. Very cool. And maybe. Ooh. Let's see. Can we cheat? Shift-D, P section. Cool. Now, just grab that, and I want to wireframe. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. What if we quad remesh it to 50? And remesh. Maybe we get some interesting shapes there too. Cool. And we can delete the original. Grab that. Turn back off wireframe. GZ up to like there. And join it to here. And we get kind of a fun platforming thing going across everywhere on that. How do we feel about that? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. kind of like it. And then we can come and edit it. The platform. There we go. And grab Shift D, GZ 2.5. Shift D, GZ 2.5. Take a look. Scaffolding, cool. Nice. Then here, what if, now I'm getting crazy. Tab. Let's get rid of these three. And then come here and then edit this thing. And 7. I'm just gonna knife tool K. Here to here to here to here. Well, come on. Good enough, but we'll fix the other one in a minute. X faces. Oh, my water's too high up there in the boat. Okay. There. Come back out of that now. Water. Sculpt mode. I tried to cut the bottom of the boat out or something stupid like that. Did I? Shouldn't have. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Gotta push it just down. Oh, I see, yeah. Of course. Because the hull goes way underwater. That's cool. We're not going to see in there anyway, so that should be fine. And we haven't really tweaked anything else outside anywhere else. Good. We can come back to here, tab, 2. Actually, let's just do this. Fill, and then here, V, and come on. Is that the right thing? GZ, wrong one. Yes. Nice. Into that. Cool. That's a really nice way of doing down into the hold. Into that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take this building, I think. Just duplicate it. And bring it over here. Come on. Yeah, roughly line up to there. Turn a little more. -8. There we go. That looks about right. Okay. And then GZ. There. Cool. I'm into that. I like it when you can start sort of reusing things. Tab 3. That should be a door. It's not wide enough. Let's see if we can make this a door. There we go. Door. Cool. I kind of like that it intersects wonkily with that platform there. And just edit it real quick. Shift D, P section tab. Joint to that. Tab. R. Add an edge loop there. Number 1. Add an edge loop there. Right. 7. Okay. 2. Fill. Bridge or platform? I think a bit of both. Okay. I'm going to go to here. Yes. And then no. Come on. There. And then this will be a bridge. Bridge. Assign. Cool. Nice. Now, I do kind of want to have more things sort of hanging off the side of our ship too. So 2, 7, E, plus, and we're going to make that a balcony. And I'll make that a balcony. I don't know why, but why not? Let's see what that gives us. Cool. And from there, we'll go fill, make that a bridge. The way the bridge works, it's actually really forgiving for different sized edges because it just puts it on in the middle, so it's cool. Nice. It's a little far out, but, you know, let's see. I'm actually going to maybe adjust it this way. Take a look at it while we're doing it this time, which is slower, but, you know. And just bring it in. Like that. Yeah, it's not quite as far out. Cool. And I think, let's turn it off. I want to do, oh, come on. There and there, yes. And then here and here, fill. Yeah. It just puts us a little diagonal, sort of underground. Looks like a support, even if it's not. It's really just a platform, but it kind of feels like a support, and I like that. Let's do the same here. Oh, come on, not the water. That. Cool. Easy. Oh, come on. Fine. GX. Yeah. Just flag it. Let's see. Global. G-C. There we go. Kind of trying to get it lined up right. E. There we go. That just helps make it feel like it's a bit more solid. I think I like that more. We're getting these ships quite quite nice now. It's coming along the way we want it to. Oh, we pushed that water down way too much there. Okay, we got to bring the water back up. Sculpt mode. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it does go inside, but whatever. It's fine. That's better. Now, do we want to put something down the center or not? Like, it's kind of both interesting that if there is or if there is not. Why they picked this space to anchor at could be a great unanswered question, or it could be kind of cool. I don't know. Let's just see what we get if we were to put a cylinder with 5 sides. No more, 5 sides and a radius of 10. That would be about the right size. And a depth of 50. Kind of a weird pillar thing just sitting in the middle of the ocean. I have to vote for something in the center, so we'll give it something in the center, because I was either way on it. Let's line it up like that. There we go. And then we're going to mess with it a bit. Save. Tab. 3. Inset. Up. Inset. Scale. Out. Up. Lots of ways to do stuff like that. This is not the most accurate, but I kind of like it. Something like that. The giant penis sitting in the middle of the ocean, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, pretty much every tower is about as phallic as it's possible to make anyway. So there we go. That's cool. And then face, poke the face. Cool. Now, I saw Blender Guppy use his tool to do this a little bit. We did a lighthouse in the last one. It's not going to be a lighthouse. It's going to be just a monolith of some kind. Tab A. Shift Q. Settings. Turn off dynamic scale. Plate insets. Subdivisions of 5. Max depth of 2. Yeah. Margin of 0.1. It's getting very techy looking. Is the other way? 0.1. 0. Yeah, it's better. Okay. We're going to de-tech it in a minute, but it does look very techy right now. Ah, yes, J.J. Abrams. Okay. Kind of okay with that as a starting point, maybe. I wonder. Wonder. Let's see. A couple things we could do here. We could differential growth it. We could dual mesh it. If we do a volume merge, that's just going to do that to it, which is kind of fun. Like it's more. I kind of like it better lower though. They're not. 64. It's kind of like a weird rocky shape. Threshold. This is fun stuff for just making weird mesh. And kind of like that. Kind of fun. Let's use it. I'm gonna just not think too much about it right now. Now, differential growth and voxel size needs to be a lot bigger than that. Let's at least go to 0.1. It's some kind of something weird in fantasy, that's for sure. The whole point of this world is it's a little bit weird. So, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm not too worried about that. And we're going to grow it. Let's see if this is too big. No, it's going. That's too small, though. Although kind of neat. Let's take our voxel scale up to even just 1. Ooh, that's too low. 0.5. 0.25. 0.25 seems about right. Let's see. It's kind of neat. If we want to go that route, noise intensity 5, noise scale 0.1. Save. Let's see what this does. It's going to be much narrower, yeah. Need to give it a longer time to play with, but it's going slow, so we're back to 250. And rewind and play. It grows. It's kind of fun. Kind of into that. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't get to the end of Lost. I got so pissed off when they divided 2 seasons into 3 that I just said screw it and stopped watching. So that's... I had a lot of life stuff going on at the moment too. So it was, both are true. Now that's neat. Now, how many polys is that? I'm going to apply it. Quite a few. I wonder if we can keep messing with this some more. Solo it. That's only okay. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Quad remesh it to quad count 100,000. Is it going to get there? We'll see. Feels like quad remesh does not like working on top of whatever remeshing stuff happens inside a base blender for voxels. Very much at all. Let's cancel. And just do a straight remesh. Not remesh. Decimate. Down to 0.75. Sure. Apply. And what does that look like? Okay, now let's see if it'll do a remesh on it. Give it a sec. grumble. I just want a decent topology on this sucker. Come on. I think it'll get there. It's going to take a long time. So we'll kill it. We won't do it. And I'm just going to try real quick just to see what this will do. It's going to be a little slow, but it shouldn't be too bad. We did save. I'm actually not sure that this even cares about face size. It might be doing a remesh anyway. We're going to see. There we go. Makes it all rocky. Stuff growing on it. Although I don't really like the stuff that grows on it. We could fix that too. 1.6 million faces. That's not too bad. Let's see. You know, actually, well, no, I don't hate that. Gonna get rid of this, right? I think. Is that one? No. Although I don't know what it is. What is plain? Oh, that's that first boat. We're gonna at least turn it off. We don't want to see that. Go away. Now, where did it put the grass? There it is. Come on. You're thinking. There we go. What group is it? Where is that? Are we in? Yeah, we're in someplace we don't want to be. This is also in there too. None of those should be in there. Not, oh God, not structures. Well, okay. I was going to slow us down for a second. Shouldn't be too bad. I hope. Problem is now it's trying to compare it, everything, all this to, that's fine. It was okay. But I don't want it there. I want, so let's undo the move to collection. Even if it's going to slow us down again for a second. As Blender rethinks again. Then again, if I had to move several million things at once, I'd rethink too. So, you know. Okay. Now, move to scene collection. That's better. That's where we want it. That's a weird looking structure, and I dig on it. And we're going to definitely connect to it. You can't put something like that in here and not attached to it, for sure. That'll be fun. Which means I probably will have to put it in structure, won't I? But regardless, save. I'm going to take this object. I think I'm going to apply it. I think I am good with it. Just making some weird bullshit, but, you know, it's fun. Okay. So it's applied now. Fun. Let's just do one or two more things, and then we'll... I'm not sure if I'll wait till Monday to finish it, or if I'll just finish it on my own. I haven't decided yet, but we'll do a little bit more. I've never used Jama's quick tools. I do know Jama, actually. I booked him for a workshop a couple years ago and brought him to Vancouver. He's a really nice guy. But I've never used his quick tools. I have them. I've just never used them. So, whatever that says. He's a really nice guy. There, cool. Shift D, GZ, go local to there, and then Shift D, GX to there, cool, and let's join these together. Tab 2, fill. That's kind of weird. All right, well, let's not do that then yet. 2, GY. There we go. Now I'll just take these whole things because I don't really care how far over they are. GY. That should be okay. And join it to this. Nice. And I think that means I do need to move this to structure. Structures. Which is going to slow us down a little bit, but not too bad, I hope. Now that it's applied. And we can build right up the side of this sucker if we want to now. And I think we definitely do. Plane R G there, cool, good deal. Shift D, cool. 2, fill, and let me just take this. Just move it over here like that, yeah. And fill. I just want to build platforms all up this whole thing now. Nice. Yeah. Definitely going to keep doing this. I think maybe I will keep this for Monday. I am going to need to do some kind of a thumbnail for today's video. So it's like, yes, we've done something. But we can just put a pretty simple because I don't need to do one shot for that. We could do something like this. Instead of having to like work up 4 different angles of everything. Photographer, aerial access. So let's just set up a shot real quick and then we'll call it anamorphic 35. Clip end 500. Sure. Resolution. Panavision. Something like that, maybe. Cool. And we have this other guy's stuff, so we can still grab our fog from here from yesterday. Make sure we are in scene collection and not collection. And paste. Cool. It's still not as big as maybe we want it to be, but I think it'll be big enough for right now. Cool. And we want a cloud. We got our sky from yesterday as well. It's just for append. L1 ship. World. Because I don't remember which one it was. Okay, so it's 1244, 36, but good to know. Append. And world. 1224. Can I modify with HDR Maker still? Let's see. Will it let me do that? Looks like it might. Taking a look. Oh, we haven't set up any materials yet either. Great. Well, I'll have to do that. That I might do on my own because that's not going to affect you guys in it anyway. This needs to be turned on. Yeah, I might have to set some materials up of my own. Exposure. 7. We're at 2. Something like that. 7 or 8. Although really, you kind of almost don't need it for that one, but we'll set it. We'll fix it. So this is where we're at so far. Let's take a look. We're, I'd say, about halfway through because these ones will go faster for filling up. We're also at 8 million triangles, which is something to keep in mind. We can't go but so much bigger at one time. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Looks cool. I like our little thing up there. I might even cut our ship number down since we got that. We don't really need this many ships. I could. Well, we'll figure it out. But we built our main hulls. We started working the platforms and the buildings onto it. We did our center structure. We're going to build all the way up our center structure, I think. I think that's just going to be fun. So yeah, we probably will cut our number of ships down. We'll finish that up on Monday, I think. And in the meantime, have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it as always. And hopefully I'll see you again then when we finish up this scene. Take care, folks. Later.